Guys, and welcome to this week's episode of Pauper Ponderings. Just a quick little message before the actual episode starts and we get into some green-red Ponza action. I'd like to let you guys know that I am raffling off the other Ponder print. I couldn't really find a good spot in my room for it, and I think that you guys would appreciate it more than I would. So, if you comment down below in this video what you think of the deck, or just make a comment in general, you will be entered into a raffle to win this signed Pauper print. The good Ponder print. Even though my logo is the other Ponder, this is the better Ponder. I'll be running this week and next week, and then I will announce the winner in 3 weeks. So, if you would like a chance at this beautiful print, make sure you comment down below. If you comment this week, comment next week, you will get two ballots into the raffle for each comment, obviously. If you comment twice in the same video, that's still only one ballot. So, if you would like this Ponder print, make sure you comment on this video. Let's get right into some green-red Ponza. Hey guys, so this is green-red Ponza. I don't even know where Ponza comes from. I just know that green and red land destruction decks have been called Ponza forever. If you know why, comment down below. Obviously, you're trying to win this the Ponder print, so you may as well comment and tell me why these land destruction decks are called Ponza decks. Anyways, just like its modern brother, we are playing green-red Ponza. We don't get to play Blood Red Elf, unfortunately, but we still get to play some pretty good cards. So we have 4 copies of Utopia Sprawl. That's going to go very well with Arbor Elf, you know, turning our forests essentially into bounce lands. We also have Wild Growth, which is basically just Utopia Sprawl Light, you could say. Now, if you look at the mana base, we're playing almost exclusively all forests because you can't afford to play things like Rugged Highlands. We need our lands to come into play untapped, so we need basically forests in our deck. Very important. We have the beautiful purple forest in our deck. So that's our ramp package. 4 Wild Growth, 4 Utopia Sprawl. Come on. Come on. And for Arbor Elf, in terms of removal, we have 4 copies of Lightning Bolt because we're playing red, and 2 copies of Flame Slash just because it's a good catch-all answer in the format. Now, for land destruction, we have 4 copies of Thermokarst. So it's 1 green-green, destroy target land, and if that land was a snow land, you gain 1 life. So, kind of cool. 3 copies of good old Stone Rain. We're using the 7th edition version because look at that. That's just beautiful. 4 copies of Mwonvuli Acid-Moss. It's 2 green-green. You destroy target land, and then you search the library for a forest card and put it on the battlefield tapped. So a little land destruction, a little ramp. Pretty sweet. And then finally, 4 copies of Mold Shambler. So it's 4 mana for a 3/3, and then you can kick it for 1 and a green and destroy target non-creature permanent. So this is going to be pretty sweet. We can even destroy enchantments with this thing if we need to, any sort of maybe artifacts that but most likely we're going to be destroying a land. Finally, we have Ulamog's Crusher. This thing is kind of a land destruction spell in that they're most likely going to have to sacrifice lands to the Annihilator ability, but we can't really call it land destruction. It's kind of our finisher. We also have 4 copies of Yavimaya Elder, just as a good stopgap, as well as a place to put our mana into later in the game, and possibly draw some cards. Moving over to the sideboard, we have 3 copies of Electrickery, because we're playing a red deck. 4 copies of Ancient Grudge, because we're playing a red-green deck. 2 copies of Rolling Thunder for any sort of, elf-type matchups. We do actually produce a lot of mana in this deck, and having a good sync like this is going to be huge. 2 copies of Aerial Volley. 2 copies of Nature's Claim, again, just another Boggles Affinity card, and finally 2 copies of Relic of Progenitus. So I'm pretty excited about this deck. We went 3-0 last week with Mono White Guardians. I'm expecting a 2-1 with this deck. I think it's good enough, but let's get right into the games, guys. Alright, so here we are for game number 1, match number 1. We cannot keep this hand, unfortunately, so we have to mulligan. This hand is much better, so I'm going to keep. Utopia Sprawl, we probably don't need another one of those. So we're going to put that on the bottom. And we'll see what our opponent is playing. Porkies. Porkies. So we probably lead on Utopia Sprawl, I guess. Ooh, a swamp. What does a swamp mean? What does a swamp mean? Means that we're not going to gain a life off a Thermokarst. That's for sure. That is absolutely for sure. This 7th edition Wild Growth is really nice. These 7th edition, it's pretty tough to beat 7th edition cards. I'm not going to lie. Like, look at the border is just immaculate. There's a Stone Rain. Okay. So we probably want to lead on Utopia Sprawl then, and probably just choose red. I just watched Jurassic Park yesterday. That movie is quite good. Quite good. Cycles Barrenmoor, a foil Barrenmoor end of turn. I like that. So it looks like we're playing against mono black. I actually think our land destruction plan is going to be quite good against them. Any of these mid-range decks that are looking to just kind of play on the curve, our land destruction plan is going to be quite good. If we can rip a land here, I'm actually really liking our spot. Come on. Not a land, eh? Alright. So I guess we just do this. And pass. That's a feel bad, but you know what? It's alright. Alright, so worst case scenario, we get Chittering Rats here, but the nice thing is we get to start, we have 3 Stone Rains back to back to back here. The thing that kind of worries me, yeah, there's the Chittering Rats. The thing that definitely worries me here is as we destroy lands, it's definitely going to make it so that his Gurmag Angler gets fuel, etc., etc. And then, you know, we really don't have a good answer for Gurmag Angler. So that is certainly not the greatest. This Chittering Rats art is so terrifying. Just no Chittering Rats again, please. That's really what we're hoping for. We can take 2 for a while. We're hoping his hand is just a bunch of removal spells. Seems to be what it is. So, looks like imagine what this forest looks like in real life. Like, I don't know. I guess it's been enchanted to make more purple forest mana. There's a mountain, which is okay, but I still think we're just going to keep going after the lands here. I want to be able to hold up the Yavimaya Elder's ability. Go ahead and destroy that swamp. The problem here is that he's going to eventually be able to cast Gurmag Angler. Gurmag Angler is the problem. Thorn of the Black Rose is also obviously a problem. We definitely needed to hit that second land drop. But, you know, at this point, nothing really we can do about it. Really hope he misses his third land drop here. That would be fantastic. Barrenmoor is good. That probably means he doesn't have another swamp. So, take another 2. Down to 16. Mold Shambler's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and stone... not that one. I may as well just Stone Rain the swamp. And ship the turn. Four mana. I don't think there's an argument to... yeah, I don't think there's an argument to play Yavimaya Elder there. I don't think so. So the biggest fear here is that he just plays Gurmag Angler, right? If he plays Gurmag Angler and we're in really rough shape... Had another land, too. That's kind of a feel bad. Kind of undoing all our work. The black deck, I guess if we hit our second land drop on turn 2, he's only on 2 lands all this time. and like maybe it's good, but right now, like 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. This not does the black deck plays like 24 lands. You're kind of banking on them just not having very many lands, right? And we're kind of getting run down a little bit by that. And if at any point he has a Chittering Rats, like it's so bad for us. He must have drawn Swamp there, though. There's no way he just plays Barrenmoor. Maybe this matchup isn't as good as I think it is. Things like Phyrexian Rager are good against us, and Wrenchmind very good against us, so... This artwork is terrifying. Man, you'd think a guy with all these promo cards and full art lands would play a little bit faster. Yep. I think Mwonvuli Acid-Moss might be the best draw in our deck. Take 2 down to 14. And for a Mwonvuli Acid-Moss. Acid-Moss. Come on. Come on, Porkies. Let us play. Please and thank you. Absolute slog. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. So we drew a mountain. Mountain's fine. I guess we just run out the Yavimaya Elder. Yeah, this is probably fine. Next turn, we get to Mold Shambler 100%. I think anyways. We're going to leave this 2-mana up. If he wants to destroy Yavimaya Elder in a turn, we'll obviously sacrifice it. But if he wants to trade, I will take the trade. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use his ability. I'd like to use this. Going to get 2 forests. And then we draw a card. Ooh, but Mwonvuli Acid-Moss is not bad. We lose life down to 13. So we can relatively assume he has, like, his hand is just full of edicts. Which obviously is not great for us, but if we can continue to keep him off lands, it's probably fine. We really are just dreading a... yeah, that thing is fine. We're really just dreading a Gurmag Angler. Man, all these promos are sweet. I wonder if Kumbaya Witch... Probably think Kumbaya Witch is on the reserve list. That's pretty nice art. All the way down to 11. So now we have 6 lands. We probably just want to... Probably just Mold Shambler. It definitely makes sense, I think. He missed a land drop there, so that's good for us. This thing brick walls his team. I guess not technically. Because we can block and then he gets to shoot it with the witches. So we'll see here. I actually think maybe I do want to trade. I could trade. It's a point. And the Chittering Rats for my Mold Shambler. And I don't know if the Mold Shambler gets any better. We'll see if he attacks. There's a chance he just doesn't attack. I'm going to choose him. So he's preemptively doing it. Alright. Not even giving us the choice. Not even giving us the choice. At least we got a point in on him. Oh, this figure. Okay, that makes sense. The nice thing is we actually get to Mwonvuli Acid-Moss plus Yavimaya Elder next turn. I don't even know if that's good, though. We're kind of getting low on life total. Yeah. Going down to 9 here. The nice thing is that, like, he never gets to Grey Merchant us. There's just no universe where he ever Grey Merchants us. Wild Growth. Okay. So I can play out double Elder. Is that better than playing an Elder and an Acid-Moss? Probably not. Hold on a second. We're going to go ahead and Wild Growth this thing. We have to be a little tricksy on our mana tapping, though. I think we want to play the Acid-Moss plus the Elder. It maybe doesn't feel right, but playing double Elder seems really bad. He's going to shoot the Witches 100%. Or, sorry, shoot the Elder 100%. I guess it's whether or not we want to let him get... Actually, you know what? Maybe double Elder does make more sense. We're not going to be able to crack one, but I think that's okay still, if we can just trade it with the Rats. If he'll ever let this Wild Growth resolve. I got my French keyboard. EEs. Holy smokes. Alright. Okay, so... yeah, I think I'm just going to play the double Elder, try to save some life points. Elder seems really bad in this matchup. But hopefully this way we can just trade with his Chittering Rats. Hopefully he just doesn't have his third land. That would be fantastic for us. Doesn't look like he does. Yeah, alright. So we're going to go to 7 here. We do get to take 4 lands out of our deck, which is nice. Which obviously means we're drawing a land on our turn. Oh, we grabbed the wrong forests. The problem is that, like, we have a lot of dead draws. We have a lot of Utopia Sprawls and Arbor Elves to draw in this spot. So that's certainly not great. We need an Ulamog's Crusher. We need to get him to 0 lands and get an Ulamog's Crusher. That's kind of what we're at this point. Or just like a Lightning Bolt. Something to deal with his guys would also be fine. So we go to 7 here. And again, I'm not scared of the Grey Merchant because I just don't think he's ever going to get to 5 lands. Just not a land. Mold Shambler's pretty good. Yeah, that's actually almost as good as we could have asked for there. 4, 5, 6. Mold Shambler. Alright, and pass the turn. Again, best case Ontario, he lets us trade a point and the Chittering Rats for our Mold Shambler. And again, we're just banking on the fact that he's never going to draw Gurmag Angler. Or maybe he just doesn't have it in his deck. That would also be great. Would have been nice to be able to Acid-Moss him there too, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm pretty mad I got these wrong forests. I like this art. This art's really nice. So here, if he gives it to us, we're going to take it. 100%. Doesn't attack. Okay, that's maybe even better for us. We need more guys now. Another Mold Shambler would be fantastic. Or Forest. Okay. We'll go ahead and Acid-Moss this. Put him down to 0 lands. Got a lot of good draws in our deck. We just got to get there. I thought the creatures are supposed to go big when they have no lands. I feel pretty happy that it's like turn like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like turn 9 and he has no lands in play. It feels pretty good. No attackers for me. Both taking 1 here. We are going to need to find something. No. 4th Baron, we're so lucky. If I'm him, like, I think I take that Chittering Rats trade, but maybe not. Need something. Arbor Elf, eh? Well, I mean, it saves us a point of damage, so I guess I'll play it. Who knows, maybe he just doesn't even... This Arbor Elf basically lets us cast Emrakul, though, so that's pretty cool. The nice thing is he might just time out, so... He's taken a long time this game. What did he target with this? Yep, figured it out. Saved us a point. I don't know. I think if I'm here, I trade. I go for this Chittering Rats trade. I don't know. I'm gonna take it if he gives it to me. Another Mold Shambler would be a good draw. You don't have very many turns left. Another land. So lucky. We're going to need an Ulamog's Crusher ASAP. Yavimaya Elder's not bad. It, like, gives us a couple looks at some cards. We can basically cast anything. Oh, 2 mana. That was interesting. I will definitely give it that was interesting. He must have just clicked through his attack phase. Okay, what do we need? We need something. Anything. Oh, That bastard is gonna slow roll us on our upkeep again. Utopia Sprawl. Okay. Alright. We're pretty close to dead now. I'm pretty confident we can time him out, though. Fairly confident. I hope his internet's really bad and he's not just completely messing with me. I'm going to throw him off the scent and make this thing add black. And chip the turn. Man, these rats are terrifying. I wish that there was something that you could get to, like, cover this picture so it wasn't so scary. I am just completely dead now, right? Yes, no, I have one turn. Depending on what he draws, I have one turn. If he has, like, a Sign in Blood, I am dead. Guess Verdict, I'm dead. If he didn't misclick through his attack step last turn, I was dead. Ah, yeah, you got there. Alright, we even drew the Flame Slash? Oh. Okay. So, what do we want here? I actually don't think we want anything. We definitely want the relics. The relics are good. The Yavimaya Elders seem terrible, so I'm going to cut down on those. Yeah, that'll be good. I like the relics. The relics allow it so that we don't just get Gurmagged. Maybe he's just not playing Gurmag, but if he is, then we want to have at least something. They're also just decent against Chainer's Edict, which is good against Ulamog's Crusher. Alright, so here for game number 2, I would like to play first. Yeah, this sounds pretty good. Turn 2 Stone Rain, into turn 3 Mwonvuli Acid-Moss. I'm going to keep. This is basically the dream. The nicest thing is it's Utopia Sprawl, not Arbor Elf, which means that he can't, like, disfigure it on turn 1. I'm almost certain I'm going to time him out. There's almost no way. It sounds ridiculous. He has 9 minutes left, but I don't think there's a world where he could win. I don't like to assume the worst. But, like, I really hope this guy just isn't, like, quadruple queuing. That's always, like... that's always so... It's very inconsiderate, I would say. You know, we live in a society, and that kind of stuff really grinds my gears, as they say. Alright, so forest. Come on. Forest. This thing... the worst... Okay, I'm going to stop complaining about how slow this guy's playing right after this complaint. When people don't know how F6 works, it's the most frustrating thing in the entire world. Just please, it's turn 1. You're not doing anything, Porkies. Just, please. Okay. Pass turn. That's it, I swear. No more comments on his incredibly slow play. I am happy that we get to Stone Rain him on turn 1. Alright. Swamp. Into our turn. Sweet. Stuck on our upkeep again? No. Alright. This is a modern play, ladies and gentlemen. Stone Rain on turn 2 off Utopia Sprawl. Just how we drew it up. See that? Not F6ing. So we get to Mwonvuli Acid-Moss here, which is pretty fantastic. The problem I'm starting to see, though, is that you don't... The reason that the Ponza deck is so good in Modern is because, you know, you have these threats that are able to put a clock on your opponent. Now, like, yeah, we have 5 mana, he has no mana, but, like, really, we have nothing in our hand. Like, we have a Lightning Bolt and an Arbor Elf. The Arbor Elf is most likely going to eat a Disfigure. So, luckily, we're 100% going to win this match on a timeout. And I'm not even going to feel bad about it. Oh, no, he has the 3rd swamp. Duress was a turn late. Takes the Lightning Bolt. Sure. Another forest, you say? Well, it was fun while it lasted, I guess. Play an Arbor Elf and pass. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need Ulamog's Crusher next turn. That would be very good. Dusk Legion Zealot. Yep. We needed, like, I think this deck needs kind of like a mid-range threat. I'm not sure what that mid-range threat is, though. Mold Shambler would be good here. Ah. Exactly how we drew it up. Alright, we're starting to do stuff now. Destroy that. Arbor Elf getting frisky. 5, 6, 7. Oh, he concedes. Obviously knows where the time is headed. Okay, so I think I want Yavimaya Elders, actually. Maybe not. They just feel really bad. I'm actually not going to keep them in. I think the rest of this is fine. We can maybe make the case for Rolling Thunder, but... Okay. I love how my question marks are the E with the accent. This hand is fine. I'm going to keep... We have a chance for this hand to be busted. Like, we have the Utopia Sprawl. We just need a second land. It's not a second land. And if we draw a second land next turn, I'm not quite sure how we lose. Like, we actually have the Mold Shambler too, so like... I guess we're going to go down a Lightning Bolt and a Thermokarst, I think. That's kind of the way this hand shapes up. That definitely hurt, though. We need to land here really badly. There you go, deck. Good job, Betty. The reason I kept the Acid-Moss over the second Thermokarst was because I think for us to win this game, we're going to have to draw a third land anyways. Maybe it was better to keep the Thermokarst. Just really need a land here again. It's not a land, but it's kind of a land. And we have a Lightning Bolt, so... Hopefully he destroys this thing. It's definitely what we're hoping for. Perfect. Especially on my turn. It seemed a little strange. Oh, but I F6'd! Oh, this guy next leveled me! Oh, that guy got me so good! Oh, I wonder if he did that on purpose. That'd be really funny if he did it on purpose. I'll give him props if he did it on purpose. I wonder if he did. Oh, that was a beating and a half. So if you... anyone not familiar with how Magic Online works, I've actually been talking about how this guy's not been using F6, and it's probably going to cost him the match because he's going to time out. Now, for us, we F6'd, and he disfigured our Yavimaya Elder on our turn, which meant that we essentially passed priority for the entire turn. So, what ended up happening was we actually didn't get to make our land drop for the turn. And it may end up costing us here. We're going to take 2 down to 18. Now, luckily for us, we get to Mold Shambler his third land. So I still like our spot. We're a little bit away from Ulamog's Crusher. Bajuka Bog, no. Plus we have a Lightning Bolt, which is good. No attacks definitely means he doesn't have a removal spell, so that's good. Another land is not great. I'm going to go ahead and attack, though. Put some pressure on him. Maybe I can get him. Because if he has a Disfigure, he would have attacked last turn. So if he double blocks here... So in my mind, if he double blocks, we get to kill both of his creatures. If he doesn't, I'm just going to Lightning Bolt one of his creatures anyways. So... the race is still in our favor. Which I think is fine. We're going to let him attack with both of his guys, too. I think. Man, he has 4 lands in play. I'm pretty mad. Alright, well, he kind of forced the issue here with a Wrench Mine, so we'll go ahead and Lightning Bolt his Chittering Rats. Down goes the forest. He does have the Gurmag Angler. That is not good for us. Not good for us at all. Okay. Stone Rain, sure. Pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ulamog's Crusher isn't even a good draw here. We need probably like a Lightning Bolt or a Flame Slash, something like that. We knew Gurmag Angler was going to be a problem as soon as we kind of started to play, so... Mountain. This is not a good draw. Yeah, the fact that the Gurmag Angler is bigger than our whole deck is really bad for us. Really bad. We need something. Oh, Mold Shambler is a decent one here. Does allow us to double block. Destroy another land. Hopefully he doesn't have a removal spell. Because that would be disastrous for us. But if he had a removal spell, like, you think he just uses it last turn so he can get in with the Rager as well, right? You got to think that. So he has the rip removal spell here. All right. Well, there was a turn where if he had Dismember, he would have completely wrecked us with it. So, like, we can either chump block, and it's terrible for us. Doesn't look like he has the Disfigure, though. Perfect. Okay. Well, that's good. That's really good. Okay, what do we need here? Lightning Bolt is also a good draw. But I think at this point, I'm just going to try to protect my life total with this Lightning Bolt. Because he's into the Gray Merchant range now if he has a land. Just not another Gurmag Angler. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, what do we need here? We need, like, another Mold Shambler. Another Lightning Bolt's not bad, though. I'm actually going to, depending on what he does... This is quite interesting. So he sends both. So here, what am I going to do? I'm going to Lightning Bolt the Gurmag Angler twice. And then block the Rager, I guess. Or I can block the Gurmag Angler. Take 2, go to 4? Actually, I think in this spot it makes more sense to just do this. I think. Yeah, I think this is better. I don't think he has Disfigure. Seemed very unlikely. Yeah, okay, we kind of read him for the right thing there. Sign in Blood down to 14, sure. Forest, sure. He probably has another Sign in Blood. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say he has another Sign in Blood. The way that attack, he was very, very careful with the way that he cast his spells. What did he do there? Oh, yeah, and he realized that he was going to time out. So we were able to get there with Green-Red Ponza. So we'll be back for round number 2, guys. Thanks for watching. So here for round number 2, we... this hand's close, but I don't think we can keep it. Go ahead and mulligan. This hand is better. I'll keep this one. Definitely much better. I'll keep. Opponent mulled to 5 cards, though. So that's pretty good for our Stone Rain deck. I'm going to keep that on top. So what are we up against here? Ooh, looks like Affinity. So all these Lightning Bolts would be good against Affinity. Kind of. Kind of. Well... Stone Rains are certainly going to be good against his one-lander, that's for sure. He might even just concede. I'll not be surprised if he just concedes to this. We'll see, though. We will see. It does feel good. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yavimaya Elder and pass. There is a Flare Husk, sure. Tapped. Go ahead and attack here if he wants to trade. I'm fine with that. Get a mountain and a forest. And pass. So this is a matchup where Ulamog's Crusher is going to be very good. So, now that we have one, we're just going to cast it next turn. Need to draw a land. It's kind of a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still not there yet. But we get Ulamog's Crusher on our turn, so. With even a mana up too, which is nice. Should do it, I can only imagine. Yep. Alright, so we beat the affinity draw with no lands. So we get a bunch of Ancient Grudges and a bunch of Nature's Claims. The Elders don't seem as good here. I think the land destruction is still fine. The Mold Shamblers are obviously still good. Tough decision. We don't have a lot of stuff going on, though. I think we need to keep the Ulamog's Crushers and maybe cut these and bring in the 2 Rolling Thunders. Yeah, I think that's better. This way we have a way to finish the game. The Mwonvuli Acid-Mosses are just going to be worse Ancient Grudges in this matchup, so. We have 6. We have, yeah, so we have Ancient Grudge. This is really good. I'm going to keep. This matchup feels really good, just the way that our deck is positioned. No, we can't destroy that one. It's not very fun. So we're going to lead on a Wild Growth. I don't even think they do. I didn't know they even played Darksteel Citadels. Carapace Forger. Okay. Think I'm just gonna Thermokarst the Tree of Tales here. Use our mana as efficiently as possible and pass the turn. Only getting 2 is really good for us here. Really good for us. Oh, interesting that he played that post-combat. Into an ATOG, okay. It's another Ancient Grudge. So go ahead. Right, so if we Flame Slash the ATOG, see what happens. It resolved. Okay, that's good. We'll Thermokarst that and ship the turn. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. Chromatic Star, sure. Another Seed of the Synod. Gets us for 4. Oh my god. There's a Utopia Sprawl. So we're going to Ancient Grudge this. And I think... we probably just Ancient Grudge this star as well. He does draw a card, but I still think that's fine. We just need to find basically anything at this point. Darksteel Citadels are definitely very annoying. Very annoying indeed. Luckily, he's not really on anything, though, so... There's a lightning bolt, and that's kind of what we needed. So now I like our spot for sure. Do I want to just save this? I think I do. So I'm just going to keep passing the turn until he plays a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another lightning bolt. Yeah, I don't think there's any need to do anything just yet. Springleaf Drum, sure. Utopia Sprawl. We'll put that on the Wild Growth. It'll add red. 3, 4, 5, 6. Cast with the kicker. Mold Shambler will eat the Springleaf Drum. And we'll pass the turn. Just basically keeping him off colored mana as long as possible here. Yeah. Just going to draw him a card. Sure. It's probably a Thought Cast, it looks like. Oh no. Galvanic Blast the Mold Shambler, sure. Another mountain. That, and destroy this. You just want to keep them off resources. That's like the biggest thing with this deck, is you just continually just keep them off resources over and over. Everything is a resource to them, so... Just can't stone or anything. Flare Husk, sure. Another Utopia Sprawl. We'll put it on this one. So we're kind of getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. We're getting close to something. Again, we're looking to draw Ulamog's Crusher at all points. I maybe even want like more Ulamog's Crushers in the board, but maybe this deck, I think this deck just needs more threats. Like, this game should be over, but we just can't really find anything to close the game out. Another forest. Like, this is a game where I could see us now losing. Just based on what's happened here. He's on so much stuff. Something? Lightning Bolt really isn't anything. It's fine. But if he finds a Carapace Forger, it's going to have Metalcraft, so... So Tree of Tails. We will be able... Yeah, see, and now we're actually in trouble. Because we cannot take him off of Metalcraft currently. And this thing's a 5/5. So yeah, this is going to get bad pretty quick for us. Springleaf Drum is a good one, I'm sure. Oh, he's tapping his Carapace Forger here for another Carapace Forger? Yeah, that's not good. None of this is good. Arbor Elf is not what we were looking for. Yeah. This is going to be tough. He's going to attack us with both of the Carapace Forgers. We get to Lightning Bolt the 1, so that's good. Let's go down to 6. So we caught a little bit of a break there with him not equipping the Flare Husk. It gives us a turn from the looks of it, unless he has a Galvanic Blast. We need to find something, though. Ulamog's Crusher's not even really good here. We need to find something like... Ugh. Our Enforcer's also not good for us. Flame Slash is something. So we just didn't have a clock, and we kind of just ended up kind of not doing anything. These Darksteel Citadels are really unfortunate. Yeah, go down to 2. Unless this is just... Oh, just give me a double strike, sure. Alright, off to game number 3. And that's just kind of... We just don't have enough threats. Maybe the Yavimaya Elders need to come back in, but... I don't know. I think this is fine. I think the way that we have this set up is fine. Alright, so we're back for game number 3. I would like to play first. This hand is pretty good. I'm going to keep it. By pretty good, I should actually say this hand's pretty... This hand is almost ideal. Alright. This thing's going to add red. And a fast turn. So next turn we either have double Ancient Grudge or Stone Rain. Depending on what he does. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, these Darksteel Citadels. These Darksteel Citadels are so tilting. Well, at least I can blow that up. Yep, that is a Carapace Forger. I'm gonna Stone Rain this thing. Pass. Man, that's really too bad. Chromatic Star, sure. Taking 4 down to 16. So I can play a Mold Shambler and kill that Seed of the Synod, or I can just Ancient Grudge both of them. I think. Do that. Kind of puts the pressure on him to get Metalcraft again. I don't doubt he can do it. But at least I have a body. Is this Teamer Battle Rage? Assuming he's adding a red here. Oh no, he's thought casting. Okay. I don't know why you wouldn't have attacked first. Definitely missed 4 points there. Alright, deck. We're going to need an Ulamog's Crusher pretty soon. Pretty soon. I'm just going to continue to protect my life total at this point. As strange as that sounds. Another Carapace Forger, sure. I'm going to wait and see if I draw a land destruction spell here, or just that. It's fine too, I guess. They're back to 2/2s, and we'll pass the turn. Really just on trying to not let him draw basically anything. This Darksteel Citadel. Oh, man. Oh, stop it. Again, I'm going to wait and see if I draw a Stone Rain. Not a Stone Rain. Alright, pass the turn once again. Gonna need an Ulamog's Crusher or a Rolling Thunder very soon, deck. Or a mountain. Mountain's good too. Ugh. This has been a painful match. If I were to use one word to describe it, it would be painful. Yeah, now we just get aided. Ugh. Yeah, there's no way we can block this. Forest. Yes. Good. Yeah, oh, past the turn. I assume we're getting Team or Battle Raged here because he kind of showed it a couple turns ago. This is a good example of why a deck like this just... Darksteel Citadel. Thoughtcast, sure. Okay, block there. We need Rolling Thunder right here. Or Mountain. Mountain's pretty decent there. Alright, guys. Well, that was, I guess we can say, disappointing. Hopefully we can salvage a 2-1 in round number 3. Alright, guys. So we're here for round number 3, trying to get that 2-1. I won the die roll. Ooh, this hand is close, but I think I have to mulligan. This hand's fine. I'm going to keep that on top. That's pretty much all we can ask for. Add a red and pass turn. Alright, what are we playing against? What are we playing against? Red. Ooh, I don't know how good of a matchup this is going to be. Man, nobody's playing Snowlands. We're just getting so unlucky. Go ahead and blow up that mountain. And pass the turn. Maybe he's just kept a landline hand. We'll see. He kind of thought about it for a bit. No, so lucky. Mwonvuli. Ooh, that's good for us. Mwonvuli Acid-Moss would be a good draw here. Or land. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could play Mold Shambler. As just as a guy. I think just getting a guy out there, as bad as this feels. This doesn't feel great. Definitely doesn't feel great. But we're going to see. It might end up working out for us. Keldon Marauders. Okay, well, it's going to save us a couple points here. Our worst case, like, we take 2, and then we just play Mold Shambler next turn after we draw land. No, see, exactly. I knew exactly what we were drawing. So we'll just pass here. So I think I'll take the Keldon Marauders and I'll block Conscripts if he gives me the chance. Man, our land destruction spells are starting to look really bad. I think we just take this. Not really sure what he's doing. Ugh. That's not good. Okay, we need something there, deck. Flame Slash is not bad. Alright. Deck give us a little something there. A little something, something. Take one down to 14, or take another one down to 13 on his upkeep. And again, hopefully old Shambler is able to brick wall him. I really feel like this deck needs, like, 4 Ulamog's Crushers. Because even now we want to draw it 4, 5, 6. We're like a land away from playing it. Conscripts, okay. Bushwhacker. It's not great. Ugh. Okay, this game got a lot harder. I think I just have to block. I can block the Bushwhacker. Maybe that's better. Go to 7. He has 3 cards left now. This is probably better. I think. It's not great. Gonna need a little luck, not a land. Land. Okay. Well, still gonna need a little luck. Maybe he just doesn't have another Bushwhacker. Please. No. Don't be another Bushwhacker? What is this thing? Just block like that. Go to 3. Get lightning bolted. Do it. No? Okay. Okay. 7. Ulamog's Crusher not as good anymore. Oh. Or we just the slow roll Fire Blast. Okay, good talk. Okay. So here I actually don't I want the Rolling Thunders, I guess. Still want the Ulamog's Crushers. I guess I'll leave these in. On the play, I guess I can cut 2 Acid-Mosses. Yeah. Definitely lacking on threats. I will play first. This hand is okay. It doesn't have any red, but I have a Crusher, and it's such hard recency bias, but I'm gonna keep this hand. An Arbor Elf. And pass. There's a chance I just don't draw another land and I die, but we'll see. There's the land. I don't think we want to do anything just yet, though. So I'm just going to pass. We definitely need a red. Yeah, this has the opportunity to be really bad. Yep. He can't Bushwhacker us, at least. Unless he has Manamorphose, that would be bad. Ah. Alright then. Well, we're taking that. I guess we can Mold Shambler him. Which is not the worst. Destroy one of his lands. And then pass. But we're getting just dinged for 1,000,000 here. Ugh. That's not good. Getting 8'd down to 8. Another forest. 4, 5, 6, 7. Cannot cast a spell. Block this, and we die. I guess if he doesn't play a creature, we're still alive, but we're going to 2. Well, we'll play it out for the fans, you know. No attacks. It's too bad. If we drew a red a little earlier, maybe we're in decent shape. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, all right, guys. Well, we went 1 and 2. We'll talk about the conclusion in just a little bit. Hey, guys. So we're back. The conclusion to Green-Red Ponza. So I guess the overarching theme of this week was that we just didn't have enough threats. Our threat suite was essentially just 2 Ulamog's Crushers, and really kind of the thing that happened, you know, over and over was we would get them to no permanence, and then, you know, we just couldn't draw anything. There's a lot of removal or land destruction. The affinity matchup was the perfect example of that. We just really couldn't seem to basically kill our opponent. Like, we got him to no permanence, essentially, and we just sat there and eventually died to him drawing literal anything. So I'm not sure what you can cut. Like, Mold Shambler is good, but it is, at the end of the day, just a 3/3. I think the Yavimaya Elder has to be something different. I think this has to be something with a little more punch. I'm not really sure off the top of my head what that could be, but I think this has to be something that can, you know, pressure the opponent a little bit more, and maybe there's actually too many lands. Like, when you account for 4 Utopia Sprawl, 4 Wild Growth, 4 Arbor Elf, plus 21 lands, that's a lot of mana sources, especially for Pauper. We are trying to cast Ulamog's Crusher, but really that was never an issue. You're trying to get to 6 mana. Mwonvuli Acid-Moss helps with that. It's a tough egg to crack here. I would love to hear your comments down below. Remember, if you do comment, you're entered into a draw to win this Pauper print signed by Mark Tadine. Going over the sideboard was good. The games that we had, we played against Affinity. We had, you know, 4 Ancient Grudge, 2 Nature's Claim, which is going to be busted. We never really played against any sort of Electrickery matchup. The Rolling Thunders would have been good if we drew it at any point, and the Relic was fine in the matchup that we won. Overall, again, this deck I think has the Utopia Sprawl Wild Growth Arbor Elf combo is quite powerful. You just need more threats in this deck, and I think it starts with switching Yavimaya Elder for something just a little bit more substantial. That's all. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back next week with another Pauper video. Have fun this weekend, and yeah, I'll see you on Magic Online.